Hi, and welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka LTCLisa, channeling a bit of Roseanne today. Oh, look, I match with the glass in the back too. Anyway, it's a great Friday. I hope you grab something red or wearing something red, drinking your happy hour cocktail or mocktail out of something red, because every Friday we remember everyone deployed. And so we want to say thank you to our servicemen and women. And I hope that their families are safe and happy and well. And we are forever grateful. So go red on Fridays and check out and see what Westwood's doing Friday. So we'll be right back with my buddy Clint Westwood. We've got a lot to talk about. Coppers flying, silver's about to break loose. Go watch some Mike Maloney videos. It'll make you feel so good. We'll be right back right after this.
Hi.
Hi. Happy Friday, Westwood. How are you?
Happy Friday. I'm feeling great. Even
Good.
better now that I get to see the lovely LTCLisa.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. So kind. So kind.
Got some red. I got my Marlboro coffee.
Really?
So that's Marlboro coffee flavor, flavored coffee.
Like cigarettes?
Yeah. See the design, the logo.
Oh, how bizarre.
No, it's actually from the local Casey's. It said it was darn good, so I had to get it.
It's darn
It says it right on the cup.
So good. Oh my goodness. Oh, let me turn on comments. All of our buddies are in the chat.
So my pineal gland is now calcifying because I'm sure the water is fluoridated.
Well,
I have to be toned down because I'm just so out there anyway. So I've got to find ways to restrain myself. I've got to tone down the frequency. So that's one method.
You just need to find the right people to hang out with. You're just not the craziest one in the room. And then you seem normal.
That's true. Fine. Yeah, the new normal.
Yeah.
Become the new normal.
I
think I found him. Okay. I found him. Yeah. So
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah. Oh, we have FIFA Flav, Charlie G, Wexter, St. Jerome, Quaranda Napping. Clint Westwood's even in the house.
I know, man.
Did I miss anybody?
Tom, you said Tom?
Tom, of course.
Jim Montgomery.
Ashkua. Oh, that's Warriors?
Warrior,
simple,
yeah.
Though he just changed his name.
It's weird because it does that sometimes. I'll get comments on videos, on YouTube, and it's a different handle. I don't know. It's weird how it shows up. I don't know how they do it.
Something just changed then, right? Because it used to say.
It used to have his name that he put up there, but now it's just got his handle that he probably originally created, which I'm not sure why it does that. I don't know.
Huh.
Mystery of the universe. Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's part of the when Twitter was outing everybody for like where they were located or where they originated. What if that's
from the source?
Yeah, the source.
Yeah. Or it's my origin story. I come from the source.
Oh my.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I got to tone down I got to calcify a little bit. I'm a little.
I was going to say, it's even got Tom saying effing, which that's a lot for Tom. He doesn't talk like that usually.
True.
He's fired up.
She's riled up.
We love you, Tom.
Had some fire water for happy hour and he's fired up.
And look, Daddy-O's name is weird too. Or no, that's not Daddy-O though. Who is that?
Hang on. No, that's I know who that is. That's our friend from our last meetup.
That's the shaman.
I don't know if I should out him or not.
Well, we don't have to. All right. And Jim Montgomery's here, of course. Good to see you, Jim. And
a little hint, he was clean shaven when we saw him.
He was, and he looked younger and handsome, and
I know I didn't recognize him.
So much better. Yeah. And Mitch is here, and yeah, it has his weird handle old thing. This is so bizarre.
What happened?
Yeah, and Mitch is right there. Yeah. And the Remarkable is here. Hello, Marky.
The remarkable Marky.
Yeah. Oh, there, he's outing himself. He said, it's me, Ron.
There it is. I've got some fixtures on the bar that Ron gave me in Oklahoma City, probably in 2022 at your event.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Trying to point myself to the heater. Sorry.
Oh, yes.
I'm cold.
Yeah.
As always.
There's your spot right there.
Yes. My favorite spot at the
Right
bar.
there.
Read that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So today is the anniversary. Should I show a video or should I just talk about it? Just talk
What's
about
up,
it.
you? Real quick, speaking of anniversaries, yesterday, my parents, 54 years, December 4th, 1971. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
54 freaking years. That's crazy, isn't it?
Oh, man.
I was doing the math. I tested my mom. I said, no, it was 71, right? Yeah, because if it were 72, we got a little problem.
Yeah.
Who put up with who the longest?
Was it 71?
Yeah, 71.
Okay. Well, that's so nice.
That's an ongoing debate.
Happy anniversary, Mom and Pops, for sure. That's so nice.
Yes.
I love it.
Thank you for having me so that I could do this crazy stuff and entertain you on Fridays and during the week sometimes.
Well, actually, Uncle says you pick to them.
I think that's true.
When we're incarnating.
No, I think so.
We go around and find the two little sparks of light that resonate our frequency. Yeah. And then we're brought through their antenna. Mm-hmm. And other various body parts, apparently. But we don't have to get into that because it's your parents.
The spark of life. Shall I wax on?
The spark of life. Yes. Oh, goodness. Today, so happy anniversary most of all to Mom and Pops yesterday. But happy anniversary of Bush funeral today. Did you know it?
What? Oh, the letters, the notes
from 2018.
Oh gosh,
2018, December 5th. Hold on.
Wow, for 7 years. 7. There's that 7 again.
There it is. Okay.
7's one of my numbers. So
why won't this go to the right place? Oh man, there's so much good stuff. That was also around the time. No, it was 2020 when they took the Queen's seals off the palace and all that. But oh my gosh. So this is a huge thing. Today is also, which I'm sure it's no coincidence that it happens to fall on the Bush anniversary of the funeral, when they were all handed the little cards. Mm-hmm. And poor little Jimmy Carter's looking in his book. He thinks he didn't get invited to the party, but be thankful, Jimmy. Yeah. But today is also the deadline for Trump's fair banking executive order. So that the details of that mean that it requires every federal regulator, all those 3-letter agencies, FDIC, OCC, Fed, NCUA, CP, CFPB, SBA, Treasury included, were required to deliver a full audit of all politicized or unlawful debanking, evidence of banks using reputational risk as a weapon, names of institutions engaged in ideological targeting, corrective actions, fines, and enforcement files. So all that gets handed over, and look what's already happening. The Treasury hit a New York firm with a $71 million fine today. Yeah. Bank of England launches the emergency private equity stress tests. Global regulators coordinating risk review crackdowns, OFAC sanctions, cross-border smuggling networks. There's more stories that are rolling out because of this, kind of surrounding this. they're talking about, oh, that's another big thing. Oh, this guy, the DEA chief financial director under Obama, who stepped down right before Trump got in, like in 2016. He had his home raided, and he's been charged for agreeing to launder $12 million for a Mexican cartel while acting in his role at the DEA.
That's the DEA.
Nice.
Are you surprised?
So all these banking records have been turned over, turned in, submitted.
Gotcha. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all the stuff is coming out.
Yeah, because I mean, I can't remember what bank was it. It's been probably 2 decades ago that was big on, laundering all this money from, I don't know, it was Nicaragua or, I want to say it's HSBC, but I'm not sure that was it. It was a bank that was, they're just openly, JP Morgan's even talked about it. I mean, they launder this money. Where else are you going to move that kind of money? It's got to be with these big institutions. And so now that I can see how you just roll it out. You're like, oh, look what we found. Oops. Now that we have all this open, transparent stuff. Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff.
That's the other big.
These banks are corrupt. Look at this. Grandma and grandpa realize it's not safe to have money in the bank. Buy Litecoin. Anyway.
And silver. The other thing that broke today, or yeah, maybe it was last night, but the big Somali Medicaid fraud thing. So in Minnesota, I think it is.
I can't believe that there would be a Somali issue in Minnesota.
These whole communities take their kids, apparently, and take them to these clinics and have them labeled as autistic so that they get this Medicaid kickbacks and all this stuff.
And we thought it said African. I'm sorry, we checked the box wrong. Yes.
Dyslexia.
Yeah. English as a second language is important.
Well, when English is a second language. Where's the Medicaid fraud? Yeah. Here it is.
Not anymore. I really don't.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Oh, there it goes. This says Somalian immigrant communities in Minnesota overdiagnosing their own kids with autism so they can funnel billions of Medicaid dollars back to terrorist cells in Somalia. So it says the press release announcing indictments. The U.S. attorney made clear that the alleged autism fraud scheme extended to a wide network of people to drive up enrollment. Hassan and her partners paid monthly cash kickback payments to the parents of whose children enrolled. The kickback payments range from $300 to $1,500 per month per child. An amount of these payments was contingent on the DHS authorized how much the DHS authorized a child to receive. The higher the authorization amount, the higher the kickback. Often parents threatened to leave and take their children to other autism centers if they did not get higher kickbacks. Much like with the HSS program, autism claims to Medicaid in Minnesota have skyrocketed in recent years from $3 million in 2018 to $54 million in 2019, 77 in 2020, and $183 million. Oh, it gets better. 21, $271 million in 22, $399 million in 23. Meanwhile, the number of autism providers in the state spikes.
Of course.
41 to 328 over the same period, with many in the Somali community establishing their own autism treatment centers, citing the need for culturally appropriate programming. So by the time the fraud scheme was exposed, 1 in 16 Somali 4-year-olds in the state had reportedly been diagnosed with autism.
How insane is this? It is insane, but this is the problem when you have government just, creating programs. I mean, people are going to find the loopholes and they're going to, this is what's happened with SSI. I mean, it just gets abused. So now you've got people who are hooked on freaking drugs, getting SSI checks and taking it right around and buying the drugs. And it's just like this self-perpetuating thing. Oh, if you go over here and say you're disabled from, you're mentally whatever from drugs, then you can get this. And it's crazy. And it decimates communities. It just destroys everything, but you got to stop the funding. You got to cut it off. You can't be doing this stuff. You eliminate these programs. It's silly.
It is crazy. It's so crazy. But that's the, don't feed the bears. But then they want you to be kind and compassionate and give handouts to people. And these people aren't even, citizens or taxpayers or whatever. I mean, most of them are here illegally. Like, it's just, the whole thing is so insane.
Right.
So, oh, there's so many things.
I think I'm autistic, in some ways.
You may be.
I should get something.
We may all be a little, you know.
Nobody's the same. I mean, that's the thing, though. They have these parameters now, and it's like you're on the spectrum. Okay, so that covers everybody. Everybody's on the freaking spectrum at some level.
Right.
I mean, what's the normal?
It's
where's the needle?
Yes.
Right. Let's
throw
some money at my color for a change. Right.
That would be good. That would be good. Another big news story today. Dun, dun, dun. A federal judge has unsealed the grand jury files and testimony in South Florida.
Ooh.
And transcripts are supposed to be made public, all of them.
Well, good. I mean, because that could be interesting.
That could be interesting.
Very interesting, because you've got to, in order to indict, you got to have the grand jury, indict, and they have to have sufficient evidence. So, somebody testified, and there's going to be some juicy material there.
Thank you, Jim. That's so kind of you. I got to get my hair done, but Melania was wearing her really dark and letting her blonde grow out too. So I was like, okay, it's all right. I can. I'll be blonde again soon, though. Don't worry.
Christmas blonde.
Christmas blonde.
The Christmas blonde is coming out.
There we go.
Like a new beer.
Oh, it
Christmas
is.
Blonde.
It is a good beer, depending on. Oh, yesterday was also. I'm sorry. I had one other anniversary. That was your parents. Same as your parents.
Yep.
December 4th is the anniversary of the first United States Mint, which opened in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was, let's see. 1837, December 4th, 1837.
Okay.
Not interesting?
Yeah. The first mint.
I think that was the first. Was it the first? Yeah. I think that's
I don't know. Really? Is it?
Construction of the mint began in 1835. The mint processed over $5 million worth of gold into $1, $2, $50, and $5 denominations.
Weights and measures back when it mattered.
Back when it mattered. It might again here soon.
Well, let's hope so.
That's some other really good news is the price of
it was touching on close to $60 for silver today. I saw it was like 59.
It sure was.
Over 59. And then copper was what, almost 4.5?
Almost $5. Yeah, it was over. Oh, no. It was over $5. Yes, it was.
It's not what CNBC showed.
It was over $5.
Did it wick up and spike up earlier or something? And they had a circuit breaker and stopped it. Run on nickels at the bank.
Yeah. This Mike Maloney is so good talking about the unobtainium.
He is good.
That's a great video. He says we will have $85 silver within 3 to 4 weeks. And he said that's a low estimate. It could just blow right through there. 3 to 4 weeks. Where was my copper stuff?
Son of a biscuit. Wish I'd been a silver stacker all these years.
Right?
Oh, man.
Wow. Anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna have to turn this off so I don't make people dizzy.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have a bunch of copper.
I'll be richly rewarded in heaven. I'm good.
You are already. Yes.
I'm richly rewarded in life. I really am. I can't complain.
Yes.
I'm pretty happy. Really am.
$5.44 copper today. $5.44. Can you believe that?
$5.44. That's not right.
That's right.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, the nickel's got to be well. I know it's worth over 6 cents in metal value since it's 75% copper and 25% nickel. So go to the bank, get $100 worth of nickels in a box, and you walk out with $120 of metal value. That's a pretty good deal. Just saying.
That's
Not
right.
financial advice, and you can't melt them down either. It's illegal. So don't even think about it.
That's right. Don't do that.
And you don't need to, because you're not melting down 90% silver. You're just selling it. I mean, some people might be melting it, but I mean, you don't need to because it's holding
Well,
value.
just like there's a market right now for, silver dime, pre-65
Right.
dimes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You just trade them that way.
Sell it for whatever you want, or trade it and turn it into another asset, or turn it into fiat if you want to, whatever. I mean, you don't need to melt it. Yeah.
Yeah. So much good stuff. So much good stuff today.
Yeah,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was just thinking, that minimum wage, the 5 quarters that was $1.25 in 1964. Each quarter is worth like $10.50 now. $10.50 each.
Wow.
Like $52.50 an hour is what you should be making a minimum wage if it's based in silver. You guys got robbed. Should have been saving those silver coins. Right. Somebody got robbed.
Somebody got robbed.
Well, everybody making minimum wage is getting robbed. I mean, because it ain't minimum wage compared to what it was in 64 if you're basing it on the silver. The silver held its value, but your dollars didn't.
Yeah. This is that video of the anniversary. Oh, Hillary, did something fall in your lap?
Her reaction's classic. It's just
yeah. She holds the card upside down and then she's like, what? Look at little Jimmy Carter looking through his book, hoping he got an invite.
What did I get? She's like, yeah, whatever. F you.
Oh. And there's Jill and Joe.
Mm-hmm. The best reaction is, when you've got Laura Bush and George is just kind of like, yep. Mm-hmm.
They show this while they're carrying the body past them. Right. They couldn't care less about.
And Jeb is like, oh, what?
Yeah, it's on this video. It's so good. Hey, did you? Oh, Mike Pence's wife got one? Huh.
Yep.
That's weird.
Really?
There's Big Mike. Got his invite to the party. Like, see that when we forget about this stuff, but it did happen. We are winning. Like, this is a long haul and a lesson and waking people up and all this stuff, but like, you can't deny that happened.
Exactly. And the reactions, I mean, it's just, whoa.
Here it is. This is the one you were talking about.
They're the best.
There's the bushes.
Look at Laura's like, what the?
She's pissed off.
I know. And George is like, yep. Yep.
He's like, damn it. You're going to hang. I love it.
Yeah, it's just, I love look at Georgie.
He forgot to put his hand over his heart
for
his dad. He's like, oh, I'll be with you.
The ruffled flag on the casket. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I'll be with you soon enough. It's fine. So, it's such a good video. Anyway.
I know all the memes. Yeah.
Yeah. Trump was having a great time today at FIFA. He did receive the FIFA, the inaugural. So it's the first one ever. But the FIFA, what's it called? World Peace Prize, or just Peace Prize?
I'm not even sure what it is.
Here it is. FIFA Peace Prize.
Okay.
For FIFA World Cup, the very first, this is the inaugural FIFA Peace Prize, dedicated to an individual who achieved exceptional and extraordinary action to promote peace and unity around the world. So he ended the war in the Congo today, and all that kind of stuff. They signed all that earlier this morning. Or maybe was that yesterday? I think it was today. And then awarded him.
Great honors of my life. And beyond awards, John and I were discussing this. We saved millions and millions of lives.
FIFA, the Fédération.
So congratulations. Here he is having a great time. Doing a little dancing. So he is going to see what's Andrea Bocelli tonight.
Oh, Andrea Bocelli. Oh, he's some of the songs. I mean, Time to Say
Which-
Goodbye. I mean, what a wonderful
That's the
song. One of the best songs ever.
That's the one. So some people are hinting that, like, okay, we've come to this moment, the precipice, because with all that banking regulation thing rollout, that
Yeah.
act, and all those reports in now, and now the enforcement can happen, and so that's what you're starting to see, all that. That also leads me to the well, maybe I should just stop there. I'm just so excited about all this news today. There was just so much good news today.
You're more excited than a Westwood and a thrift shop.
I know.
Some tag.
Oh, I'm popping tag. I'm popping them, baby. Popping tags.
He does have a nice shirt on. He looks very handsome.
This is like the least attractive shirt that I bought. So just
That is something a girl would never say.
I don't even care. That's
This
the
is
thing.
the least attractive outfit.
I just don't care. You know, past the point. Worrying
So-
about anything.
It looks very dexterous. It's a good shirt.
All right, it's a solid shirt.
What is this?
Solid shirt. It's not like the flamboyant pink and all the other stuff that I've been.
It does give a
slating.
little lumberjack vibe.
That's
A little bit.
I like that.
I got it just from the standpoint. It's not really a going out shirt. It's more of a just kind of. It's Friday. I'm really not doing a whole lot. I'm just kind of. It still look decent, but not
Is it
like.
cotton or is it not?
No, it's probably like a nylon or something. I don't know what it is. It's $1.
It's like a dress cotton.
It's $1. Yeah.
It's fine. We like it.
All right.
We like it. We like it.
Yeah, it's not authentic flannel where it's got the
Right.
fuzzy thicker. No.
Yeah, Mom and I, well, and Charlie went too. I showed you pictures of our haul from this week.
Yeah.
We went to the warehouse and Doug,
There's
I got
picture after picture after picture. And I'm like, how much did you get? She's got
No.
so much. It's crazy. And I
can
have some in
barely
the
get it.
dishwasher. Hang on. Let me wait until it's done. Then I can show you all these. Like, holy
Yeah.
cow, girl.
we could barely get it in the car. So there was like 5 big tubs. And I think I paid $100. So that's where, like, but then I can make my money back on that, and
Right.
put my time into it of taking
Absolutely.
pictures and cleaning it and putting it online and doing the research for pricing and promoting it and all that kind of stuff. So
I know
It's
you
a-
do have this system down. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know who, has more weight in it, and who does more. I don't know. You
So
too,
me,
I gotta say.
of course.
Okay, I know,
No.
I figured.
just kidding.
It's like 80-20. I don't know.
No.
But no, it's awesome the way you got it organized. I mean, everything's on the shelf and you got all the sections and all this stuff. And I don't know, you got
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, we have a lot of fun with it.
pretty cool.
And Mom and I have been doing really good at the store too. And like I said, it was so fun. Last night was ladies' night at the store.
Hey, next time is ladies' night.
Yes,
Can you let me know?
I will. It only happens once a year here in Greenwood, and
I
there's
have
no
patience.
alcohol involved. Yes, they had pulled pork sliders and I don't know, some snacks and stuff, and mocktails, but not cocktails because
Mocktails. I got you.
it is Greenwood.
I
Yeah.
fit right in.
Yeah, there you go. That's true. Yeah, so and we walked in and it was so cool because there was like a lady checking out and she had like 3 of our items on the counter checking out. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, she got those from us. Yay. So it was really fun watching
Like the
people.
artist that sells the painting. It's like, oh,
I bet it is a very similar feeling, like someone appreciates what I picked, because I
Yeah.
get so excited hearing about, like, Charlie will, get up in the morning and he goes through all the emails and everything and all the orders. And then when I get up, he's like, okay, we sold this, 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 this. Because a lot of people shop at night. I don't know if you guys know that, but that is a thing. And it's really fun seeing, like, what somebody picked. And then it's even more fun when they share a story. Like, I got this nativity from Italy, and it's like the whole crutch barn thing, and then all the little porcelain figures, and then it has like a music box thing with angels on top. It was so darling. I paid $15 for it. They're selling for like 120-ish, but we put it in the store and we just marked it like 85. And this mom posted on Facebook, and that's another thing. Mom does a great job with advertising. Like, she's, how she tweets like a 40-year-old. She does like marketing and stuff. Like, she does all these, she puts together these little videos and does all this stuff. It makes it look amazing. Well, so somebody saw it on Facebook and they wrote us the sweetest thing. They paid us immediately, and we're going to go into another little town close by for like a Christmas festival tomorrow, and we're going to meet their mom to give it to them. But this is the same thing that the husband had growing up all his life, but like lost it or something. I don't know. But so bringing back that family memory for Christmas out of something that you found, that you like rescued out of, a warehouse junk, is so fun. It's just so fun.
It's got to be so rewarding, and it just warms the Christmas spirit flows through your heart. It has to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, it is. There was another really cool story where this guy had, I can't remember all of it, but Charlie was telling me about, like, he was going to surprise his wife because it was like their wedding pattern or something of their dishes, and he was going to complete their set. Or they'd always said one day they would, replace that broken dish or whatever, but they couldn't really afford it. And now so for their wedding anniversary, he was like replacing the broken ones and making it whole again. It was just really sweet hearing those kind of stories. So I love it.
Yep.
It's fun.
Can't put a price on that.
No, for sure. For sure. It's too fun. Oh, man. More Trump dancing. Let's see. What else is going on? Just I guess the silver and the gold. Not so much the gold, but the silver is a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, and that led to the copper, which led to what I was going to ask you about, because I read it right before we got on.
Okay. Fire away. Hit me with your best shot.
Remember, I was asking you, how much is 20 Gbps's?
20 gigabits speed, internet speed. Yeah. It's pretty fast, because around here I've got fiber to the home, and it's like a gigabit is what they say. Yeah, you can get up to 1 gig, but I mean, usually it's like half that, 500 megabit. So, that of bandwidth.
Okay.
But fiber's unlimited since it's light. It's a light.
Is.
So it doesn't matter. I mean, so it's really, see, they throttle it. They can give you the full bandwidth. But the thing is, with the internet, I mean, you can only download stuff from Netflix or whatever so fast. Because of their servers, they're, the limitation there. But as far as the pipeline, you can make it as fast as you want, the fiber. And so, because what feeds this local area here, the provider and the little small town where I'm at, they've got a trunk line, a fiber line that goes all the way up to Chicago, and it's just one line. And so it's light speed, and it's just it can take whatever it needs. It's just that they throttle it because, okay, we'll give you this, and if you pay more, we'll give you this. But sometimes you can't even use it because you can't download anything that fast from where you're getting it from.
Oh, because their server's just not capable of.
Yeah, right. But these AI super centers, this is what I've said before, they're going to be useless if you don't have the infrastructure in place. I mean, so you can have these massive super centers that process all this information and feed all this information all over the place. But if you don't have the pipelines coming out of it to the people that are consuming it, what good is it? And so Does that segue into what you're going with?
It does, and but of course my brain goes,
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Slow me down.
because
get
I
on the brain.
also saw a tweet about the Army having was it the Army? Some military having a new light weapon where they're like blasting things out of the sky. And when you're saying that's light, the fiber is
optic,
light.
it's an optical light beam inside the fiberglass tube little thing in there.
Yes, this was it. Light speed killer weapon shakes up global.
Flies on a light.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Light speed. Yeah.
Bits of information travel
I know.
on that light.
Isn't that weird?
It's crazy.
Okay. Share screen light weapon. Here it is.
Same analogy. You got all this fuel, but you only have one pump to pump it with. So you can get it.
This is a new U.S. weapon revealed. The silent light speed killer weapon shakes up global defense. So I don't know if this is AI or if this is real.
It's hard to know, isn't it?
It's a maybe,
No, it's right. I mean, I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna go do my thing, and yeah.
Yeah.
How do you even verify some of those things?
Yeah. So that went to, this was my big find today as well, was this NTIA. The NTIA is, it means, hold on, let me open that article and see if it will let me. Okay. So they approved 18 BEAD finals, which this is about, okay, here it is. States have been itching to start building for the Broadband Equity Access and Deployment Program, BEAD. So this is insane. But so now there's 29 states that have been given funding for this. And they are being given like $1 billion to, this is not the article with the dollar amount in it. Darn it. Okay. Approved final proposals for 18 more states. Sorry, go ahead.
No, we believe you.
Okay. Well, anyway, this NTIA is a new government office that I've never heard of. Of course, it doesn't say what NTIA means, but
National Technology Institute of America. I don't know. I'm just.
Maybe.
I don't know what it is.
I had it pulled up before, but I don't have it now. Man, that's really frustrating. Okay. So, anyway, but they had, how I kept saying there's a there with why are they keep focusing on the FAA? Like Trump keeps having meetings with them. They keep showing the FAA. And then one of the things the FAA said in this week's meeting or report or whatever was that they are replacing all the copper wire with fiber. Well, then I find this NTIA thing, and they are funding literally $1 billion a state or something for this fiber line. And, when Charlie and I were driving around during the Great Infection and all that, we were noticing all this infrastructure kind of in these small towns. And they were
saying that. Yes,
digging lines and putting new roads in and doing things. And I'm like, what's happening? And so I wonder, on Thursday, I am shared a big map of the solar flare action stuff that's going on the surface of the earth or the sun right now. And it's as big, if you put it all together, it's as big as what was happening on the Carrington effect. So if they have been anticipating that and are going to protect everybody, this BEAD, the other thing that it does is it allows for satellite to device communication.
Oh, wow.
Direct. Wireless. Yes.
So they can blow you up Israeli style, pager style. No.
Or the EBS can come out and we can all read along.
Well, see, that's a positive thing, because here's the issue with copper. It's conductive, and you can have lightning strikes and then carries through and blows up equipment. With fiber optic, you don't have that, so you eliminate that kind of thing. So I would think an EMP, I don't know that it would affect fiber.
Right.
If you
That's
have
my point.
yeah, and if you have satellite to direct to the end device, I mean, that's just like point to point immediately, peer to peer almost. You know what I mean? You're not going through all this other infrastructure. I think there's been something for a long time, and this might get into the good guy, bad guy conflict. You've got the seed vault, in the Nordic region. You've got these underground bunkers that have been built. See, this is like the old mentality. The mentality of, we're gonna screw you all, we're gonna save ourselves. That the lizard reptilian brain mentality of the old powers that be. And then you've got the other side of it. I'm just thinking, brainstorming. You've got the other side of it, to where it's like, oh no, we want to survive and move into this high-tech age, and this is how we need to do it. It's not to go underground, it's not to hide everything and save everything in the seed vaults, so humanity, well, reptiles can emerge, and everybody's died. Yeah, right, the chosen ones. No, this is a more open approach of, we're going to get through this and harden against it, so that we can survive as a species going forward, in using the tools and the innovation going forward, and save humanity.
Yes, and with that capability, the 20 giga whatever to your home.
Yeah.
I mean, that, yes, the servers might be slow right now, like you're saying, they can only download
Correct.
whatever that server's capable. But with that software, maybe this is part of that patent thing that we read today. Because with the software capability keeping up, then the upgrades can happen faster, because it's just software. It's new software. It's not hardware at that point. It's not limited by the capability of the transmission,
Right. So you've got this push-pull that happens, from the standpoint of, okay, let's say you've got a server, but you've got dial-up internet. Well, you can have all this massive computing power on the server side, but if you've got dial-up internet, if anybody remembers the ding, ding, bang, bing, AOL days, that kind of thing with the CD that everybody has, it doesn't matter. You can't access it. And in rural areas, that's been an issue for a long time, and it's getting better. But, you've got all this capacity, but it's like, well, I can't stream a Netflix movie, to use that as an example. It buffers, because the internet's terrible. And so, I have a bad connection. And so, you can have this server that's got all this information, all this access, and it's just like, you can't get it. And it's like a Greek myth, and you can't get it. And so, but then as you upgrade that infrastructure, you can access it. And so we're blending is what's going to happen. I mean, we're going to have super centers that can, do all this processing. Well, now we got to have the bandwidth to be able to handle that in real time. And if you want to have a digital monetary system, you're going to have to make sure there's internet everywhere, and it's reliable and it works, because you can take cash out of your pocket right now and that works. You can take gold and silver out and that works. However, if you're in a bad spot, and I don't care how much cryptocurrency you have, if you don't have an internet connection, you can't do anything with it. And so if you're going to move into a framework, a digital system where you're using money digitally, it's got to be reliable everywhere that you go. So satellite, fiber, wherever you're at, has to be in place to have full acceptance of that.
Yeah.
It's
just really, I totally agree with you. I love getting your perspective on it. I'm just really excited about it, because I feel like this is more, there's just so much doom and gloom out there, and everybody wants to hate on Trump, and everyone wants to point at the negative stuff.
Right.
But there is good stuff happening. They are talking about cleaning up the census. They are finding this Medicaid fraud. They're exposing the financial records and the corruption there. I mean, we've always said, follow the money, and now there's that capability to do that. And then also with, we all know about Tesla Energy and, and Trump's already talking about these AI centers and different things having their own little power source generator. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
Right there. And that way it doesn't have to travel far. But if it's traveling by fiber as well.
I don't know if the power would necessarily travel through the fiber optics. That's more data driven. Yeah.
Data. Okay.
But the thing is, we all know, well, we know that there's free energy in the atmosphere. All you got to do is harness it and use it. I mean, have you ever seen a lightning strike? You've seen
Right.
lightning strike, right? There's a lot of energy out there in the atmosphere, and it dissipates and it goes places. It's just okay. If you can harness that, then I mean, there's abundant energy, and so what we've done is old school and pull it out of the ground and use it and refine it and go through all these processes. However, the atmosphere, and you can go back to Tesla, it's all out there. He's building these towers and harnessing, the statics and the, and so that's one method. The sun, I mean, there's abundant energy. It's just how do you harness it? How do you do it? And yeah, the transmission of that energy, it's ridiculous to think, and you see it all the time if you just stop and pay attention. It's right in front of you. How ridiculous is it? You go to the gas station, you fill it up with gas. You see a big tanker truck pull up that's hauled gas, across states, hauling gas, and there's a limited amount you can haul in those tankers. All the effort and all the fuel you got to burn to move it, and all that effort to take it from get to this state to that state, and then load it into the friggin' underground tanks, and then it's empty, and you got to bring another one in. It seems so archaic and horse and buggy style to move energy around like that when it's everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. But that was the, Rothschild
decentralize it.
plan was early on. Part of the reason they went against hemp was because they owned the big forests and paper mills. Yes. Yeah. And so they wanted you to burn. Correct.
It's artificial. It's a control mechanism is all it is, metering, it's, we have this narrow pipeline that you can't go through unless we turn the valve on, and we're only going to have so many of them. And it's centralized is really what it comes down to. And so what is happening with the money? It becomes decentralized. I mean, it can be centralized. Yes. I mean, with digital, but I mean, everything needs to decentralize. And so, will there come a day to where I can fully go full steampunk, to where I can get all my energy and all the things that I need right here, and live in this high-tech, data-driven society on a piece of property in the middle of nowhere and have tools that work. You know what I mean? And it's to be able to decentralize people like that is the key going forward, because do you want a 15-minute city to where everything's there and you're dependent and you can't get out of it and you can't go anywhere? Or do we want technology everywhere and free, not free, maybe free, I don't know, energy everywhere to where each person. And that's a return to the original republic, the Jeffersonian vision in this new age way, this new, no, I'm not using that word, but this new tech world. You know what I mean? I mean, think about that though. You can have all this technology. We can decentralize back to small subsistent farms and whatever we want to do, bring back that culture, bring back that family unit. I mean, so we don't, people traveling here for a job in this side of the country, so you can do everything locally. And maybe that brings it back, and you have that nuclear family again, and we restore the original vision of America. Okay.
No, I think that's wonderful. And I think we are moving that way. That's what I'm saying. There's so many positive things. I know there's several countries now that have banned children under the age of 16 from using devices or having social media. There's schools now that are getting rid of the Chromebooks and going back to pencil and paper.
Good. It's necessary.
So
it needs to happen.
I think the pendulum is swinging the other way, and it's encouraging to see. For sure. So there's another, this was where I saw this. Okay. Oh, no, that's not it. Wrong page. Sorry, I showed the wrong page. Remove. Oh, why does this do this to me? The other thing that is coming out is all of the corruption about the 2020 elections. And people think we're in Venezuela for oil. We're not in Venezuela to steal their oil. If you think that, you got to screw loose, because Venezuela's oil is crap. It's like crude or whatever, and it has to be processed, and it's like a whole thing. And that's just not what's going on. What's going on is that the Chavez court case just ended. Oh, that's another thing. The Supreme Court agreed to hear Brunson.
They did.
No, not Brunson. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not Brunson. Good Lord. But the birthright citizenship.
Oh, okay.
So when they decide on the birthright citizenship, which the argument there is that you know, if you, that the United States is not going to not acknowledge another country's claim on their citizens. So if you come over here and have a baby, well, you're still a citizen of wherever, Venezuela, Mexico, Haiti, I don't care. So that is Haiti's, the parent's child is, you're here. It's like you're here on vacation. Your child doesn't become an American because they were plopped out here.
Right.
Their parents are Haitian or Mexican or whatever. And so,
Yeah, well, take the other side of it real quick. Okay, John McCain was born in Panama, right? And it might have been on a military base or something, you know, so you can claim that it was American soil. But okay, so if you're a couple, you know, wife is pregnant. Well, it could be the husband pregnant nowadays, but no, traditionally, I'm just kidding.
Don't get me started.
There's a thing. I mean, I'm just saying, I've seen things. But you've got wrong. So you've got two parents, Americans, that go abroad, you know, go somewhere else, and that child, you know, happened to give birth while you're overseas. So are you saying that's not an American citizen anymore? You know,
Right.
You know what I mean? Take the other side of it to where it's like, just because you're still born of American parents. So what is a natural born citizen? What is birthright? And that's nice
What
that
is
they're
the birthright?
getting into that. Right.
So I'm excited. I hope that decision comes out this week. It seems like they do a lot on the weekends, or the decisions come out on the weekend.
And around Christmas time.
Christmas.
Things happen around Christmas time.
Okay. So sorry, I got totally really excited about that because I think that goes back to getting our census cleaned up. And that is, like Trump said today, you know, originally when he was at the trash truck, they were arguing with him about votes and whatever. And he's like, yeah, more like 250 million. And that's what I think is a more accurate number for Americans. And so once we get the ones that aren't American identified and placed wherever they need to be safely, and then we find out
Liberia. Nah, we did that in the past.
The birth rate, citizenship, once the Supreme Court decides on that. And then Clarence Thomas is deciding on all this corruption with the voting. And this huge bombshell just came out about Venezuela being involved in Dominion voting and all of this. So that's what I got distracted, but I'm back. So this is a huge national security bombshell of 2025. Hugo El Pollo, the chicken, well, however you say his last name.
El Pollo Loco.
Yes, there you go. The former chief of Venezuelan military intelligence and Maduro Chavez's enforcer for 20 years just sent Trump a personal letter offering to expose everything in exchange for protection. He says he has the files to prove it. Venezuela has turned into a narco-terrorist superstate, flooding America with cocaine pipelines, Trinidad killers, Hezbollah operatives, and intelligence assets. Cuban DGI has agents inside multiple U.S. naval installations right now. That's scary. Smartmatic was designed in Caracas from day one as an election rigging weapon and then exported worldwide, including Venezuela. Maduro, Cuban, Iran, China have been running joint ops all on U.S. soil for years. So he says he has proof of all of this. He is the highest ranking Venezuelan to ever flip. And Maduro put a $15 million bounty on him. So he's asking the U.S. to protect him, and he's willing to turn this all over.
There you go. I mean, that's what happens at some point. They're going to roll on each other. You know what I mean? You're just going to. You know, as soon as something cracks and breaks, I mean, somebody's going to say, you know what? I'm saving my butt, and it rolls up then. And then once it starts rolling, as long as it's being prosecuted properly and you got good guys doing it, then, you know, the whole thing falls apart.
Yeah.
Just need somebody to squeal, you know, like the mafia. You know, one guy squeals, you know, the next thing you know, the bull goes down. He's done, you know. Well, he was the one that squealed, I guess. Sammy the bull.
Sammy the bull. Speaking of being prosecuted.
Of state ethics, she had an ethics investigation into Congresswoman Omar because of questions about federal tax fraud, federal immigration fraud, federal student loan fraud, and state violations of perjury, bigamy, kickbacks, and acts of campaign fraud abuse in Boston, Washington, New York, Chicago, and Florida.
Chicago.
There are also violations of state ethics or of the Minnesota House ethics rules regarding colleges for speeches she gave while she was in partial control of their budgets as a member of the House Higher Education Finance Committee in both 2017 and 2018. She was found guilty of the violations by the Minnesota Campaign Finance Board 3 weeks ago in order to return those funds on June 6th. Ms. Omar appears to be a serial career criminal and should not have access to our nation's highest secrets and intelligence. That is why I'm calling on our Congresswoman Angie Craig to protect both our national security and our respect of the rule of law. Tax fraud, immigration fraud, student loan fraud, perjury, bigamy, kickbacks, and campaign abuse fraud from the East Coast to the Mississippi River. If those charges have been...
That's Ilhan Omar. That was 3 weeks ago. So some of this is that, you know, today is the drop the hammer on reporting for all of that corrupt financial stuff.
Timing is everything. Yeah, you start rolling it out all at once. You know, it's like cross the streams now. You know.
Yes.
Speaking of Stay Puft Marshmallow,
Oh, there we go.
Got my Stay Puft Marshmallow man right there.
How's Litecoin doing?
$80. I don't know what it is. Like, it's a steal.
It's a life ramp or a lifeboat for
It's
everybody.
way undervalued. I don't even care. You know, if it's not 4 digits, it's undervalued. You know.
I gotta tell you, I mean, we've got to be looking for, with this inflation the way it is and stuff starting to pump. I'm grateful that there's something that's undervalued right now.
Correct. No, you're right.
Have money, we have somewhere to put it, but we know it's going to increase in value. We know it's going to at least hold its value, if not increase in value. But yeah, we believe it will increase.
I mean, if you're going digital, what better than sound money for the digital age, right?
Yeah.
Now everybody drink. It's our drinking game, right? Every time I say it, you get a drink.
Okay. I might need a new drink here pretty
quick. Might be in trouble.
Say that a lot.
Yeah. You know how I am. You might be in trouble.
Oh, we kind of like a Litecoin. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, Litecoin's MWeb is now live on Cupcake Wallet or Cake.
Yeah.
Cupcake.
Yeah, Cupcake.
Cake Wallet.
Mm-hmm.
The air-gapped hardware wallet, and so you can use MWeb on
old cell phone. You get an old cell phone, don't trade it in. Make it into your hardware wallet. You can use the Cupcake app to do that.
Yeah.
No, I've used the Cake wallet. It's the same developer. They just call it Cupcake because it's a different. And I like using the Cake wallet. I think it's pretty good. They've got a good development team. The guy running it's pretty good. It's a good wallet if you're going to use MWeb.
Yeah. I was pretty happy about that. So making it easier for people, everybody does everything on their phone, all this. So I think that's really a smart move as well. So congratulations to Litecoin and Cupcake Wallet or Cake Wallet. It's good stuff. What other good news can I shower upon you?
Shower me harder, baby. I don't know.
I don't know.
What else you got?
Oh, here's something else. I think everybody knows this, but the Bidens are connected to Epstein and Deutsche Bank.
Allen's attorney, General Gordon Rea. Joining me now is the man himself, Kentucky Congressman, Chairman of the House Oversight Committee, James Comer. Mr. Chairman, good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. So what are you looking for? And tell me what you expect, how this plays out.
Well, we really don't know. We're going to follow the money. That's what we've been instructed to do. This is a very serious, credible investigation. We want to know the truth. We want to give the American people answers. If there's a list of people who were participating in sex trafficking, we want to know who they are, and we want to hold them accountable. We want to find justice for the victims, as well as to try to find out why the government failed so many people. So I think with the bank records, we'll be able to find accounts. We'll be able to trace the money and determine if there were people that were paying Jeffrey Epstein for services, or if Jeffrey Epstein was paying and purchasing women in other countries or wherever. I mean, these are some of the worst crimes I've ever seen inflicted on young women. And it just doesn't seem like the federal government over the past 2 decades did anything to help these victims.
You know, I don't think it's lost on anybody that here you have banks potentially involved in, you know, enabling this sex offender, and yet who did they debank in 2020?
Yeah,
Donald Trump.
right. Yeah,
My goodness.
And by all accounts, the banks were notifying the government. The banks suspected that this type of activity was taking place with Epstein, by all accounts. So, you know, we're gonna try to determine what the banks knew. But the banks did what they're supposed to do. If they filed those suspicious activity reports, then it's up to the federal government to follow through. So there are many steps along the way where I believe these women, these victims or survivors, whatever you want to say, they were let down by the federal government. The federal government didn't do its job in protecting people, in identifying criminal activity and doing something about it.
Do you have a read on how many suspicious transactions took place at these banks?
Yeah, there were hundreds and hundreds of them.
Hundreds and hundreds.
But again, Epstein was a big operator. I mean, you look at his estate; it's worth nearly $1 billion. So he had a lot of financial activity. We don't know a lot. All we know is he's a financier. When we get these bank records, we'll do like we did in the Biden investigation. We'll be able to follow the money. We'll be able to identify different LLCs and different corporations to see where his money was coming from and where it was going.
Are we going to see the client list?
If you know, I don't think there's an actual Epstein list, but if we're able to follow the money, maybe we can construct a list.
I see. Meanwhile, Attorney General.
There you go. So maybe they can construct a list.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, all you gotta do is look at the transactions, all these SAR reports. I mean, you go into the bank and try and get, you know, X amount of cash, anything 10,000 or, you know, or more. And you got to fill out one of these reports. If you go in and, you know, what do they call it? It's not layer it, but there's a term for it. You know, you start doing it you know, you think, oh, well, I'm not going to take my 10,000 out of the bank all at once. I'll just go in every day and take 1,000 out. You know, what do they call it? Structuring, I think it is, something like that, you know. But if over that, you know, 10 days you're taking out $1,000, it's the same thing, and they're going to fill out an
They're
SAR.
still going to report it. Well, and
Yeah.
I had heard that they
So they've
even
got it all basically.
yeah, the $10,000 thing wasn't even like, that's old news. That's years
Oh, yeah.
ago. But remember when PayPal, was it PayPal or Cash App? I don't know, one of those. And I know on eBay and all that, if
Mhm.
you make more than $600,
Yeah.
so if it gets transferred more than $600, there's a
Yeah.
report going in.
Yeah, and I think that was all of them. I think it was all those little digital platforms are supposed to do that. Then there was a hiatus on it, and then I heard it's supposed to be coming back for real in 2026, you know, so it's all kind of in limbo on that. But I mean, with all this rolling out, I mean, follow the money, absolutely. Now they are following the money, you know, it's on, they've got a laser beam on it, and you know, they can focus in on all of this activity. And see what happens.
And there's also news, speaking of PayPal, I'm just full of good news today.
Yes.
Stellar, launching on Stellar is PayPal, their new stable coin, PYUSD. My husband told me about this.
Oh, really? Because it was on Ethereum, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because they've had PYUSD for a while, a stable coin. And see, that's the thing. I mean, you got to get it on a different chain than Ethereum because the fees are going to be ridiculous and it's going to be useless. And so by moving it to something like XLM is probably smart because fees are cheap.
Oh, here, this article says it's across Ethereum, Solana, Arbitrum,
Okay.
and now Stellar. So now
Okay,
it's extended to Stellar. So it's a stable coin on multiple
chains,
networks or whatever.
right?
That's very interesting. But the fees would be so much cheaper on Stellar, I think.
Definitely.
Ethereum's like nightmare to send stuff on.
Mhm.
Solana crashes all the time.
Yeah,
I don't know.
there's that.
Arbitrum.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't know much about it. No.
Yeah.
No.
But things are happening. So kind of exciting.
Indeed. Many things.
Many things.
When moon,
Wind moon, right? Yeah. What was it? Somebody, I think that some channel the other day was talking about, the 4-year cycle and, kind of looking at it from the standpoint of, yes, there's a 4-year cycle with the Bitcoin halving, and that's typically corresponded to, blow off tops and that. But he went back and did the research and said, actually, if you look at the times when quantitative easing began again, and then that time frame, that's when it takes off. And so what's happening now? I think they ended quantitative tightening, and so
Yeah.
now the easing comes, and so that's what it is. It's the expansion of the monetary supply, and so it all goes up. So this may be our final death blow of blowing the whole thing up with monetary easing. So if that happens.
Such a wild time.
I mean, the thing is, though, gold and silver has telegraphed that. I mean, everybody's asking, oh, well, why is it going up? Why is it going? Well, there's a supply shortage, there's this and that. Typically, it's those things telegraph what is happening in the monetary supply. They don't just move up. You know what I mean? And so I think that's, because I was always thinking, okay, what is it? And so it's probably going to have massive printing coming for whatever reason. I mean, and run it hot, blow it up, and then you've got everything in place to transition over to the new system. Now, how long does that take? I don't know. But
Well, Mike Maloney's video today, if you are in a bad mood, go watch that because it will cheer you up. I'm telling you. I'm going to just play just the very beginning of it.
roll the tape.
Roll the tape. That beautiful big footage. I mean, it's so good. And the whole thing is great.
We're probably not going to get back into a positive situation with silver supplies until the 2030s. It takes a really high, the cure for high prices is high prices because it'll bring more to market, except to find a discovery, to turn it into a mine, and to get that ore above ground and refined into bars takes 5 to 10 years. There just isn't enough. There's not going to be enough for at least until the end of this decade. And that means super high prices. Once this exceeds the 2011 high and this cup and handle fulfills, then we've got some real fireworks again. So the fireworks haven't even started yet. We've only lit the fuse.
And that's where he was saying, you're not too late. If you watch the whole video, you're not too late to get into silver. It has long legs and a bright future ahead of it. So I know are you okay? Are the dogs going
I'm
crazy?
great. No, I'm over here, jamming around with Mitch, talking about different things offline and while I was muted, and yeah.
Okay. But it's a really great interview, he interviews a guy that worked for him or something, but they do like a presentation, and he talks about a lot of it is that just to get the production up. Yes, there's silver in the ground, but to get it to the mine, or to create a mine, to get a process, to get it back into circulation, there will be this shortage. And that unobtainium word, we know where that came from.
Yeah. Cliff Eye data hit.
That's a WebBot hit.
Yeah.
So super exciting. And they were saying, literally, he said $85. Their charts are showing $85 within 3 to 4 weeks. And he said, but really, if it hits that cup and handle, it just won't stop. That will be that blow off top.
Well, and that's it. We talked about the other night on Spaces, and Parker brought it up, and he's absolutely right. You're in a price discovery zone because it's never, in dollar terms, it's never been at this level. You hit $50 in like 81, or maybe it was 80. I don't know. The Hunt brothers tried to corner it. And then in 2010, I think it was, it hit $50 again. Maybe it was 2011. And then they managed to squash it. So what we saw here in the last month or so, where it hit 50, went to kind of 54, it was kind of a wick up. And then it's like, okay, it's got to like, are we sure we want to go over 50, because we've never been in that area before, that energy. And now it's 59, and it's just going to keep on going probably because there is no ceiling. There is nothing to compare it to at this point. So, I mean, it could just keep going and going and going and become like a crypto asset. You know what I mean? Like you see these coins in crypto that just like, when's it going to stop? This is ridiculous.
Right. Because to a free market.
Because nobody knows, what the ceiling is at that point. And then you've got how many holders? 1 to 2% of people hold physical silver, if that. And then you've got you know how it is, the FOMO. You've seen it in crypto. I mean, like think Shiba Inu. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous what happens. You never fathom how much it can go, because if you have retail start FOMOing, and like, I don't have any silver. Okay, $100 an ounce. Okay, I'll get one. You know what I mean? Or am I going to go buy an ounce of gold for 4,500 or a little fraction of it? No, I'll take the one silver. Give me a silver coin for $100 and I'm happy with that. You know, and if enough people start doing that stuff, I mean, what is the limit? I don't know. I'll let you know, because I'll have that gut feeling that says, okay, this feels really toppy. You know, you might want to like do something with this before,
The greed kicks in, and
yeah, because
don't get
at
out.
some point it will stop. I mean, all these things do. They don't go up forever. I mean, because there's always going to be another asset. There's always going to be something else. I mean, listen, if you bought silver at $20 an ounce and it goes to 200, you've 10x. Okay, if it goes to 500 or 600, like Cliff High says, and you got $20 in it, and it ramps up fast before inflation of other things, the price inflation of other things catch up, and then you're like, wait a minute. I can take this and buy this that I never could have bought before. Yeah, I'm going to get that because I'm going to check my freedom box. I'm going to build my house and be happy. Right? Yeah.
Buy 20 extra
20
feet.
extra feet this way. And, and yeah, right. Maybe 22. Let's make it 20. So
22. Yeah, that's a great number.
a couple more.
Oh,
That way
man.
you can put a little border of like gardenias or something, or, whatever you want to put in there.
Plant a few trees, something like that. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, so the silver price right now on Kitco says the bid is 58.27 and the ask is 59 or 58.39.
Okay, so $58, let's say 58.50, some,
We're right there.
$58. Yeah.
$58.
That's huge, because you're $8 over the all-time high. I mean, you are in no man's land at this point. I mean, you're there.
It did hit 59. Oh my gosh, that's a at 10:40, that's when Trump got his peace prize.
Oh, okay.
And it hit 59.02. And that's a Q post 10:40, and that's the time that he received his FIFA prize, world peace.
Well, I think you're right. Everything's coalescing, and laser beaming together, and channeling together, and it seems like it's on a timeline, and and again, the grand timeline is probably July 4th of next year, because you're at the 250. So between now and then, I think a lot of things have to coalesce, and you're starting to see it. So it's gonna be a fun ride. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and the rand hit it right on the nose. Silver's about to go plaid. I noticed a friend of mine that banks the military. Oh, and Westwood's in lovely plaid.
No coincidences. I just decided to put this on right
today. Yeah. And Melania's shoes for was that the tree lighting? Oh no, receiving the tree. I think she had those Milano Blahniks that were plaid. And I shared with my friend who she was tweeting about banking, and there's a banking service called Plaid, and they were partnering or sharing something. And, she has that Roger app that banks the military digitally. And so she was doing something with Plaid and tweeting about it. And I was like, wow, no coincidences, Melania's shoes. And she's like, so that was kind of cool. I don't know what's happening, but I love all of it.
He's over here he's standing by the heater, but he's over here laughing at me. He's like, oh yeah, he just picked out a plaid shirt. Nah, it just happens to fall. There are no coincidences.
There are no.
Not underestimate, my stream of consciousness and doing what I do and not knowing why, because it happens. I mean, there's a lot of this weird stuff that's today, especially. I could go into it, but I don't know. They're really, I mean, seriously, today, crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
We talk about it on Spaces.
I might, because I don't want to publish.
Or you want to talk about it here?
No, I don't want to talk about it here. No, I probably shouldn't.
Okay.
Might out some things.
Okay. We'll keep it between the fam. Yeah, and Melania was reading her book today. Every year she does, reads for the children these Christmas stories. So she's talking about Santa needing. Can you see in the dark?
Night vision goggles that make everything green.
Is he wearing
I
night
bet
vision goggles?
he'd like that because Santa likes green. Or heat vision goggles because he might like red better. Should we leave out carrots, not cookies, on Christmas Eve?
What kind of carrot?
Since they're
Gold
good
carrot?
for his eyesight? No.
No.
The twinkling lights on the
The
tree
light
will make
the
enough
end.
light for Santa to see, tiptoeing past chairs without bumping his knee, to leave a present or 2 or 3, and get a kiss from the dog, if it's a dog that leaks.
That
Then
leaks.
take a cookie for 2 or 3, and then leave. Santa goes up the chimney the same way he comes down, and I have no idea how Santa does that. But I'm so glad he can.
Anyway,
Can
that's
Santa
not all of
see-
it, but there were gold and silver bows and packages in the back, and I just got the biggest kick out of, the carrots and
Yeah.
the,
The baby.
the nighttime vision goggles. What a bizarre thing
I
to
know.
say.
Yeah,
in a
that was
book.
odd. Because the red and the greens and yeah.
I love it though.
Does it make you go?
Hmm.
Like she go, Yeah, and she was wearing plaid the other day, a big plaid coat, as well at the tree lighting, or at the ellipse.
I don't think there's any questioning that she's memeing, with her outfits. There's definitely signaling going on with whatever she wears.
Plaid.
Have to discern.
Even the
what it is.
boxes, look kind of plaid-ish. Yeah. But there's a lot of plaid in the decorations for the White House this year. Just a lot of, I don't know. The comms are everywhere in all this stuff. I love it.
I know you do.
Mhm.
Waiting
And
for
the dog,
the
dog-
hammer for Christmas, right?
I
You
know.
want that Santa's hammer to come down.
Anna brings a hammer.
Yep, you're waiting on it.
I love that the dog was leaking because of her
You need the
accent.
puppy pad, right? You need the puppy pad.
Was she saying licking or did she mean leaking? Because
It's hard
there's
to
information
right.
coming in. Yeah.
Mhm.
Dog comms. We don't know.
Well, it's a common thing, the dog communication. Every dog has its day, right?
I hope so. Oh, I love it.
It's crazy.
All right. I think we should wrap it up unless you have something. I've been rattling nonstop for like an hour.
I've made my little
I'm
comments.
sorry, I'm so excited.
I know you are. I'm just trying to. I don't know that I have anything, valuable to offer.
Oh, you
I'm
always have
sure I do, but it's like I don't know.
Yes.
I feel like I'm walking. This is my video today. I feel like I'm walking through existing and traversing two different life. I should say existences at the same time. Yeah, you think that? Like if you're in dream
Yes.
world, reality. I mean, it feels like some things that happen. I think that. Is this reality or is it like a dream state? You know what I mean? I mean, I kind of feel that way, the way things kind of unfold sometimes. It's almost
Maybe
like
you
you're
can
walking
choose which
Oh
path.
yeah, I feel like I'm in two different planes at the same time sometimes.
Yeah.
Strange. There's
I
medicine for
understand.
that, right?
That does make a lot of sense. In fact, I had a lot of that kind of feeling like when I would be in a hospital with one of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of create your own reality.
Yeah.
And of wherever you are and what your circumstances are. And I mean, I guess we all do that normally, but we just think it's everyday life and know this is real,
Right.
whatever the word real means. But when you're in an alternate situation and you're married and you have other children, but you don't see them for 3 months because you're living in a PICU in another state with a sick child, that it does change you start surviving in that environment,
Mm-hmm.
and finding positive things there. So
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, you really do create your own reality. I mean, here's an example, just a small example, nothing like I was talking about earlier. This is just a little tiny thing. So I go in right before happy hour, go get a coffee because I get a free thing, if I buy something, and so I get the
Red.
cheap coffee, and yeah. So anyway,
You did get a red cup, so that was
yeah,
good.
and it's. I mean, and this is just simple, but it shows how it works. And so I walk in there, and the lady, she's kind of got RBF, like working. It's just, you ever hear that resting face?
Oh yes, I've heard.
Yeah,
of
and I
it.
mean, it's just, and I can tell she's just kind of grumpy looking. She feel, just kind of agitated about stuff, and I don't even know what I said. I just kind of, being me, being all happy and chatting with her. And by the end of it, the older lady comes over, the cashier, and they're standing next to each other, chuckling and laughing, and they're like, "Oh, have a great day," and it's just like. You created a different scenario and you changed, how things went.
Frequency. You changed their frequency.
Exactly. You did.
Yeah.
You like, and by doing that, I mean, it just like alters the universe in some way. You know what I mean? Or I could have went in there with a bad attitude, which I've done in the past, grumpy, not wanting to be around people, and, come in and okay, yeah, whatever. And then that wouldn't have helped her, wouldn't have helped me, door probably would have slammed on me or something, and something would have, you get angry or whatever it is. But no matter what happens, I mean, you just got to put the positive energy out. I mean, you just got to be, do that. And then it's just, you see it affect other people. And then once you do, it becomes infectious, and you just keep doing it. And that's how you slowly turn light bulbs on or light little matches all over the darkness.
Lighthouse, right?
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we know this, but when you're paying attention and you actually do it and you continue to do it and you see it, the results of it, that's just one small way of manifesting a new reality. And then, it's just like hot boxing, matches, and then just keeps going. So you just keep doing it and keep going.
I love it. And it is contagious, kindness is contagious.
Yeah.
I think we can all go into the holidays and look for positive things and share some positive things. Go watch Mike Maloney. I'll make you feel better. Well, maybe not you, but sorry.
I'm as happy as I've ever been in my life.
I'm glad. I know.
I really am. I mean, I'm good with who I am at this point. I'm really happy. I am. Good shape. I'm happy.
You
mentally,
are
physically, everything going on. Yeah. Shooting lights out everywhere. It's bleeding out of me.
That's so good. Yeah. Yeah. And being grateful and in the moment is so important too. So that's where you really embrace a lot of that. Like when you're doing your videos every day, you're being there for the community and sharing it. And I love them. So if you guys aren't following Clint Westwood, make sure you're following Clint Westwood on YouTube and go to clintwestwood.net for lots of great educational links, information, resources on crypto, silver, and more. Lots of great information there. Follow
and at 8 p.m. Central Time, if you're not on X, you can go there and subscribe and hit the little notification bell, and you can hop in and chat it up. And that's how we meet new friends and, build a community and, come on in.
Yep. Share the light. I love it. All right. Well, I love you all. Thank you for joining us in the live chat. So great to see you all, and hope to see you or hear you tonight on Spaces. So love to you all. Let's see. I don't have anything really keyed up or any kind of, I just have negative things. I can't play any of those. Okay. I can do this one.
You're gonna drink.
Drink? Woo! I feel good.
Cheers, everybody. Have a great happy hour. Have a great weekend.